right, everyone, welcome back to the free-to-play Zero to Hero series where I climb my way all the way from the bottom to the top rank in the game without spending any money, completely free to play. We're about halfway through D1, and I'm going to try to get to the D2 rank, I think, by the end of this video. But we're adding that little twist in that I have to go ahead and start opening a few card packs, and I'm going to open them until I hit a legendary, and then I am forced to play whatever legendary I end up getting. So let's go ahead and start opening up a couple packs. I have only opened up a total of about 10 packs in this game so far. All right, we're starting off a pack with some nice, pretty gold stuff. So I think that means there's going to be a gold card in this pack. Oh, all right, there it is. Liam, Crazed Inventor, Crazed Creator. Let's see what this does, actually. Oh, okay. For some reason, you can't click it while you're opening the pack. That's a pretty great design there, as always. And a Love Struck Puppeteer, both new. Let's see what these do. Liam, Crazed Creator. All right, Portal Craft. I'm not surprised looking at the art of this, since they're puppet-themed for some reason. I don't know what puppets have to do with portals, but all right. Fanfare, summon 3 copies of Enhanced Puppet. I believe that is the 3/3. Okay, yep, the 3/3 evolve. Give all allied tree followers on the field ward, and last words deal 2 damage to the enemy leader. Wow, okay. I could have used that when I was playing Portalcraft. One of the things I kept saying is it's a little bit hard to close out the matches sometimes when you need to deal a little bit of some of that final damage, but that might actually give you a little bit of an option. How about the Love Struck Puppeteer? Another Portalcraft. Fanfare, add a puppet to your hand. This should be just the 1/1. So the 1/1 is the, okay. And the advanced is the 3/3. Evolve, replicate the effect of this card's Fanfare ability. All right, yeah, seems decent. I could see potentially playing that one. And another really pretty, I think I already got this beautiful premium here, but I don't think the card's actually very good. All right, we got another gold pack. So yeah, everybody, we are going to keep opening until we hit a legendary, and then I have to play whatever legendary I open. That's going to basically determine what class I'm going to end up playing in this video. And we barely opened any packs. All right, this is pretty cool. Orthus. I'll check out these new commons later. Apparently, I already have the silver, but I don't know that I ever read it. Clash, deal 1 damage to the enemy leader. I don't know what that is. Activates when it attacks or is attacked. 4 damage is exchanged. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Deal 1 to the enemy leader. This is a Havencraft. I love the art. Super evolve. Give this follower can attack 2 times per turn. Okay, that's pretty cool. I think that's an interesting, cool card. I like it. Orthus Hellhound Blader. Abysscraft. 2/2 for 2. Fanfare. Add 2 shadows to your cemetery ward and evolve Necromancy 4. Do this 2 times. Deal 2 damage to a random enemy follower. Okay, very interesting card. Interesting. All right, 3rd pack, and we are guaranteed to get a legendary within 10 packs. So no matter what, by the 10th pack, we will know what legendary we're going to get. Why does this say new? Oh, that's cool. It's because it's animated. Ooh, I like Medical Grade Assassin animated. That's pretty sick, actually, isn't it? Ooh, okay, this William guy is actually played in a lot of Runecraft decks to actually be able to not just totally die in the Runecraft decks, even though I beat most of my Runecraft opponents. And then we get this Afa Windrider. All right, this is a new card for me. 3 mana, 2/1. Fanfare, if you're an overflow, give this follower Intimidate, and it can attack the face directly. And Intimidate is really good too. Okay, this is pretty cool. I've said it before in these videos. I still think there's going to be a all-out, blitz-out, face rush Dragoncraft deck that I have a feeling I'm probably going to end up trying to make that deck, actually. Because one of the things, ooh, another gold pack. One of the things about having like an all-out, blitz-out, face rush deck is if you're playing these kind of games and they force you to do these missions, ooh, already a new silver, bunch of silvers, and a gold. Okay, ooh, looks really cool. I wonder if that's gonna be, wow, look at that. Okay, that's my 3rd Doomwright. It's like my 10th Zell Windreader. For some reason, this is the silver that the game wants to just give me over and over again. All right, let's start with this one. Wow, the art is so cool. Mino, Shrewd Reaper, Enhance 4, give this follower Rush, and Bane, it's an Abysscraft. Okay, that seems decent. Last word, add a skeleton to your hand. Okay, maybe could be decent, not sure. Ooh, this is pretty little premium new. I guess let's look at it since I got a premium. Okay, add 2 fairies to your hand, and how about this Lapis Shining Seraph? Okay, Havencraft. Last words, gain the crest Lapis Shining Seraph. What does it do? Every 2 turns, okay, you get to resummon this back out and give it Storm. Okay, yeah, this card is just super cool. No matter what the power level is, it's just a super awesome card that I will definitely play when it comes time for me to be probably forced to play Havencraft by probably doing one of these videos, because I still don't feel like Havencraft is that good from the start. Collected 80 different cards already. Collection level 5. Here we go. All right, this is pack number 5, I think. Already got another gold. Getting a lot of golds. I don't know what the odds are, but I'm guessing probably not supposed to be every other pack. Okay, Lu Fang. Ooh, I want to say that's the Dragoncraft one that you evolve and you get, wow. Everybody, is this normal odds for packs? So many silvers and golds that I've been getting these packs. Let's look at this Lu Fang. Fanfare, where you're overflow, evolve it, and you get 1 max play point. Yeah, this card seems absolutely amazing in Dragoncraft whenever you're trying to ramp up, I feel like. I'm sure I'll end up trying that card out. Sagelight Teachings. Okay, this is in Runecraft. Select a mode, either gain 4 Earth Sigils or restore 4 defense, or Earthright 3, deal 4 damage to all enemy followers. Pretty interesting. All right, how about Golden Note Melody? Dragoncraft, draw 2 if you're in overflow, or restore 2 defense to your leader. Pretty interesting that they just took the neutral card and gave you a second copy of it with just like a almost a negligible effect. Like this is such a tiny little difference here. It's kind of weird. I love the art, by the way. What does this guy do again? Oh yeah, when it's discarded. Still gonna have to figure out what this is actually used for. I still don't think I've seen a single discard card for Dragoncraft yet. All right, another gold pack in a row. Yo, that can't be the odds of gold packs like every other pack or even more than that. It looks like it's going to be at the very end. Ooh, okay, a second copy. So we got 2 of both of these gold and silver card, 2 copies of both, and 2 of this common, 1's premium. Wow, this is just so... The animated cards, y'all, in this game are absolutely gorgeous. Fanfare, draw an amulet, evolve, select an amulet in your hand, reduces cost by 1. That's for Havencraft. That's pretty cool. Ooh, wow, look at this crazy guy. He's kind of having a seizure here. Sword Snout Trencher. Fanfare, if you're in overflow, give it Storm. Ooh, okay, Storm is always pretty decent, I think. Dragoncraft, probably not going to be quite good enough, I have a feeling. Okay, yeah, those are my first 2 I've ever got of that card. All right, on to the next one. All right, we finally got a little bit of a dry spell of actually getting... Okay, it's blue shiny. Guessing that means it's just kind of nothing in it. Oh, okay, we got a silver for the last card, so maybe it just means like 2 silvers? I don't know. Okay, Maeve, Guardian of the Earth. What does it do? It's in Havencraft, got Ward. Last word, summon a copy of a random allied amulet, destroy this match with the highest base cost. Okay, I feel like that could actually probably be pretty good, right? Because there's a 6 mana amulet that destroys all the, basically Wrath of God from Magic the Gathering, kills everything on the field. So basically play that on 6, then they play some more stuff, and then on turn 7. But I guess you have to wait until this dies. So got Ward. Be interesting and kind of fun to try out. Probably end up trying that out, combo with that golden amulet that kills everything. Ooh, such a gorgeous animation. Again, let's see what it does. Nightly Rending, Swordcraft, select an enemy follower and destroy it, summon a Steelclad Knight. Okay, that's really cool. I love the art and animation. You all are probably going to get tired of me hearing me say I love the art and animation. Another gold pack. All right, and then we're going to get that legendary coming up very soon after this. Ooh, Animated Zealots, the silver that the game just wants to give me over and over again. Ooh, look at this. So this is like my 10th one of this, but now I've got a really gorgeous animated version. Seraphic Tidings that draws 2. That's my second one of that. I could see potentially using that in a few decks. Second copy. And then what about this Lily Crystallian Innocence? All right, this is for Forestcraft, Fanfare, combo 3. Select an enemy follower on the field and set its defense to 1. Evolve, draw a card, select an enemy follower on the field and deal it 1 damage. Okay, that's really not too bad, I feel like, actually. You basically play it whenever you're ready to evolve at the end of a long combo, and then you're just guaranteed to kill anything on the board. You got to kind of set it up a little bit, but I could see it being potentially pretty strong. All right, everybody, we are guaranteed a legendary within 2 packs, and since this is not a legendary, the one after this is going to have our legendary. That is going to dictate... Ooh, wow, I already got another one of these Luminous Mages. This is so... Y'all, what's happening right now? 1, 2, 3, 5 silvers in a row. Okay, and then we get... Whoa, look at this pack, y'all. Is this normal? What is going on here? Luminous Magus, this card is just absolutely ridiculously insanely good. I feel like I'm just going to end up winning a bunch of games with this card just by itself. I think I've talked about it before. Rukina, Resistance Leader. I don't think I've seen this one before. Portalcraft. Okay, Fanfare, add 2 of the gears. Okay, this would have been nice to have last time. And Evolve, summon a Striker Artifact. To me, this card seems absolutely bonkers, insane good. All right, we got another one of these guys. Snowman Army, another one of these, which is cool. So that's my second already. And a Dose of Holiness. All right, I'm fine with that. All right, we finally got a legitimate dry spell. This was pack number 10. Absolutely beautiful. It's so pretty to open these. Whatever legendary I open in this pack is going to determine what I have to play in this video. I've now opened pretty much exactly 20 packs. I got another Cerberus Hellfire Unleashed. Oh my gosh, that is my second one. Honestly, I'm not even really upset about it because I was actually kind of enjoying playing the Abysscraft deck the last time, and we end with a random silver. I'm not even mad about this, to be honest. Let's go ahead and play Abysscraft again. This card seems really strong to me. Yeah, it is an 8 coster. I don't know if long term it's how great it's going to be, but not even mad, everybody. Let's play some more Abysscraft. I'm going to just take the deck that I used from the last time I did this. Y'all, I've done this 3 times where I have to play whatever class is legendary, and the first one I had to play Abysscraft because it was a Cerberus. All right, so that deck is getting a second Cerberus, but otherwise probably largely staying the same. Let's go ahead and add this in here. So we are now going to have, all right, everybody, we've got our first 3 legendary deck. We got now 2 of these, and we've got this Ruler of Cocytus. You know what, y'all? I genuinely absolutely enjoyed playing this deck. Surprisingly, I feel like I shouldn't like it so much. This is going to be the deck that I'm going to ding to D2 with. So this is going to be my D2 victory run video. I am 99% sure. All right, we got this Orthrus. Yes, we can try this out now. New card to try out. This Mina, we can try that out. And I think that's pretty much about all we really got for trying out new cards. So largely the same from last time. Got 2 Darkseal Demons. Now I got an animated one, which is pretty beautiful. Yeah, I'm probably all right having 2 of those in the decks. My only 5 drop. The Evolve is totally solid. You get to draw 2 cards. Yeah, let's try that guy out. And so I'll shave a couple cards out. And then once we are done, then it is going to be time to finish off this D1 all the way up to D2. That is plan anyways. Let's see what happens, y'all. All right, we are up against Portal here for our first match here, and just getting rid of everything I can that's not kind of low drops. All right, pretty normal first couple turns here. As usual, you know, starting out as a beginner, free to play, haven't opened up a lot of packs yet. You got to just play to your outs, play to how you can win, and with this deck, you know, ideally we're going to be dealing some damage early and then probably finishing off with our Cerberus, which we did manage to draw here. And let's just see what our opponent's got here. All right, so our opponent's doing a bunch of artifact stuff, building up a striker artifact. Coming into turn 4 here. Yeah, I pretty much always like playing the 4/5. Go ahead and evolve it to keep the pressure down here. Because I didn't really end up getting a start that's any kind of aggro start whatsoever, we're going to actually have to kind of shift and basically hope for now more of a control strategy. And actually, the more I played this deck, you know, the more that control strategy really ended up being kind of the role that I went for. I actually have been really enjoying playing Abysscraft. Yeah, the first time I did this, must play the Legendary Open, I played Abysscraft, and here we are playing it again, and actually I've been really enjoying this deck. It's so crazy to me how Abysscraft, you know, I stated that it's like the worst class to start with in the game when you first start out. But then a little bit of upgrading, and suddenly it's really fun, and at these, while you're still at these low ranks, you know, I've been feeling like I'm doing pretty well with it actually here. We're definitely going to end up digging into D2 in this video, so stick around, I'm going to show you how we're going to do that here. All right, so still just lots of trading off, and basically now the question is pretty much going to be against this Portal deck, who's going to be able to have that stronger finish out? We've got the Cerberus in hand, and then a bunch of just kind of normal stuff. All right, since I've got that 4/5, I'm just going to keep bringing that 4/5 back. Debating on the evolution here. I'll go ahead and super evolve. Yeah, I think you have to super evolve here, right? Go ahead and kill their 4/6 off. And we end up with like a fairly strong board. And next turn, we're going to be able to get that Cerberus out. All right, our opponent is playing the card that I've talked about a million times on this channel, starting out early, free to play, and beginner ranks. This Mecha Cavalier is just so absolutely insane. They go ahead and super evolve it, obviously, of course. They get 15/15 worth. And is our Cerberus going to actually be enough to actually combat just this insane super evolution of the Mecha Cavalier? Gonna go ahead and increase that play point. Obviously, we're playing our Cerberus, everybody. All right, this is the Forced to Play the Legendary Open series, and we are playing the Legendary Open. How good is this gonna end up being? All right, so we're able to go ahead and get the first trade for 4. Obviously, we're gonna end up super evolving to get them back. And then there's kind of a randomness of what you get back. We got 1 of each back. I think you can get 2 of the same one back, I'm pretty sure as well. In fact, I think you can also, I've kind of been learning with this deck more since I played it the first time, that you can kind of time these out. And look at that, everybody. How about that? Barely opened any packs, going up against upgraded decks. She's got the Orcus, and look at where we're at already here. The Cerberus comes in, absolutely wrecks my opponent, allows for the 10 damage through the 15/15 worth of guarding minions, get her down to 1, and now all we have to do is literally deal 1 damage. Can we deal 1 damage here? That is going to be the question. Can we deal the 1 damage here? We got to do 1. All right, she's able to get 8 in. We still need just 1 damage here. Now, this was interesting. She didn't kill my 5/5 and then plays the Striker artifact. Why didn't she? But here we go. How about that? I guess she thought the ward was going to save her, and she's dead. Already got a win here. We've already managed to get our first win here with this must play this legend challenge here. working our way through the D1, ding into D2. All right, and now we're gonna just end with a nice little win montage here. I'm gonna show you my 2 final wins here. Here's the first one. Yeah, this deck actually did surprisingly well. And look at this little lens here, y'all. That little amulet lens where you get to remove the defender ward status off. Look at this. All right, 8 damage that I had built up here against my portal opponent, plus the 6 damage from the super evolved Storm Girl, and then hit him in the face for 3 to end out the match. Everybody remember, how many times am I going to say this? You got to play to your outs if you're playing free to play and you don't have a lot early in the game. And one of the ways that you can get quick wins is with some storm and some direct face damage. And here we've got the exact same thing. So here we're up against a Counter Yui, whatever her name is. Yeah, okay. Anyway, she's built up her board a bit. She's got 2 wards out there, so we're not able to get into the face. I go ahead and play my storm. I think I actually kind of messed up here thinking I could get past them, but actually I didn't. Because here's the deal. I learned finally that you can use this 1 mana spell to kill anything they have if you have a super evolved minion, which is really strong in Abysscraft. Oh my gosh. Then we're able to force through the 6 damage. We're at a healthy-ish 12 here in this kind of late game, and we basically got the win on board, plus we've got, again, the 3 damage to the face in our hand. This is what you have to do. This is how you have to win. If you don't have a lot of resources, you're free to play, new player, you've got to figure out ways to close these matches out, because your opponents are going to start building up their decks with legends. You might not have as many. Maybe you got a little unlucky. You have to find a way to win. Our opponent seemed like they weren't going to be able to finish that off, but they finally did. But yet, here we are. We've got the 3 damage in our hand, straight to the face, and everybody, that is a wrap. That's it. All right, we managed to get several wins. I really enjoyed playing this deck. I think I played it for 2 days straight. I was really enjoying it, having fun with it. It was doing well enough for me. Managed to get some win streaks even here, bonuses, and boom, we've dinged up to the D2. That wraps up this video, everybody. Subscribe if you enjoy watching this free-to-play Zero to Hero run. We're still taking it to the top. Come along for the journey if you want. Of course, as always, comment for the algorithm and hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. And with that, that's a wrap.